I hate to tell you, Puerto Rico, but you've thrown our budget a little out of whack because we've spent a lot of money on Puerto Rico, and that's fine. We've saved a lot of lives. If you look at the, every death is a horror, but if you look at a real catastrophe like Katrina, and you look at the tremendous hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that died, and you look at what happened here with really a storm that was just totally overpowering. Nobody's ever seen anything like this. What is your death count as of this moment? 17?
16 certified.
16 people certified. 16 people versus in the thousands. You can be very proud of all of your people, all of our people working together. 16 versus literally thousands of people.
It wasn't a real catastrophe like Katrina, though. But the official death toll from Hurricane Maria was just raised to nearly 3,000 by the island's governor, following a new study by George Washington University. This is over 46 times the previous government count of 64 people. Who wants to take a crack at the following question? How does this happen that we're nearly a year out from the devastation that this hurricane caused to part of America, part of the United States of America, with American citizens living there? Many of them went without electricity up until about a month ago, and the casualty count was 64 for nearly a year.
I'll take a crack.
Go ahead.
It's a combination of everything we've been talking about. First thing is we have an incredible metabolism for news, so we moved on immensely quickly from this story to something else. The second thing is we have obsequious Republicans in Congress who refuse to do any actual type of oversight on this. If you actually look at congressional oversight, it's been sorely lacking. So what we have is a situation in which the main culprits here, terrible infrastructure on the island, terrible federal government response, and a mix of climate change-induced hurricanes all combined. And Congress basically said, all right, it happened. Let's not study this and figure out how we can prepare for the next one, even though we know that hurricanes are going to get much more powerful in the future. So those two things were combined, and then, of course, Donald Trump being Donald Trump and saying, yeah, I deserve a 10. Praise me for my job, did well done, and that was it.
Well, it's a fatal combination of incompetence that you see the outrage in so many Americans across the country as government can't step up to the plate and meet their basic needs. So you have the incompetence, and then you have the government flat out lying about what the results are on the ground. You have the death toll going from 64 to almost 3,000. So basically 98% of the deaths not accounted for in that initial toll.
So, Jim, we have less than a minute left, and I don't want to hang this on our profession, which, as you know, is, with skimpy resources and dwindling circulation, although Times, thankfully, is doing very well with online stuff. What about the role of the news media in trying to cover what happened in Puerto Rico, but not really covering it?
Yeah, I'm going to say that, look, we've done a lot of stories. We've invested some resources there, but all of us as an industry needed to do more. And I think that when you hear complaints that, hey, also, what if this had been in the American heartland? What would the coverage have been like? There would have been more. You have to take race into account as well, and income levels, and it's not part of the continental United States, but there just needs to be a lot more coverage for a lot of reasons, and this study is just another example of why.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.